What's up, Rob with 3STRONG? Anatomy lesson is continuing. Today I want to talk about, we're going to move down the arm, talk about the biceps. Doing some curls for the girls, baby. Maybe we'll do some tries for the guys, ladies. Enough of my Jersey Shore. The biceps. Those are the front of the arms, right here. So we've already talked about the pecs, the deltoids, now moving down the arm. The biceps. The function of the biceps is to flex the elbow, to bend the elbow. So notice how when I bend that elbow, this muscle shortens and tightens. There's actually, everyone focuses on the biceps, but there's a muscle called the brachialis that lies underneath the biceps. And this brachialis functions all the time. Whenever we flex our elbow, the brachialis is working all the time. It's really kind of the workhorse of the arm in terms of flexion. The bicep is really just that major mover to help with the heavier lifts and stuff like that. So if I use myself as an anatomy chart here, so we have the side of the arm, the deltoid, so we have the bicep here. The brachialis lies right underneath. It's kind of this little ball. You might be able to see it. So the bicep, I will notice how if I have my palm down, how the bicep is kind of flat here. And then as I turn my palm up, notice how that bicep shortens. I can make this thing move. So the bicep actually helps to turn our palm up. So here, palm down, palm up. The muscle shortens. So if I want to work my biceps and I have my palms down, I'm not effectively working it. Notice how this muscle is relaxed. But see this little ball right here? That's the brachialis. The brachialis is always going to be working. Is always going to be working, regardless of whether my palm is up or my palm is down. If you are doing hammer curls, that's where you're doing curls with your palms facing in and you're lifting the weight up. My biceps are a little bit active because my palm is turned, but I'm really hitting that brachialis much harder. So I'm kind of focusing on that muscle a little bit more so than the biceps. So once I turn those palms up, now I've really started to activate the biceps, and to get the most out of it, if I actually turn my palms level, I've really gotten a good contraction out of the biceps here. If I turn them even more, if I really try to push the inside of my palms in towards me, you will get an insane contraction. My biceps actually cramping up doing that. When you are, say, doing bicep barbell curls or dumbbell curls, anything, to really get a peak contraction of that muscle, try to push the inside of your palm in. So that pinky side, if you push it towards you, that is going to get the most out of the biceps. And as I move my hands down, the bicep is really shutting off as I'm doing that. If I do reverse curls with my palms down with a straight bar, I'm not really hitting the biceps. I'm getting more of the top of the forearm and that brachialis. The cool thing with the brachialis is that notice how the bicep kind of sits on the front but kind of on the inside of the arm. And then even if I flex it, there's still this space here on the outside. If you want more size and more width, yes, the bicep can create some of that from the side, but from the front to create that arm width, you really need to develop the brachialis. Because see how even with me, there's this little break here, and then you have the brachialis on the outside. If you do hammer curls or reverse curls, anything where your palms are not facing up and you're flexing your elbow, you will create that extra width as you develop that brachialis. And then once you go to the bicep curls, obviously you want to develop the whole side of that arm, will help to finish off the size. All right? That is the biceps and the brachialis. Those arm flexors, baby. Curls for the girls. All right? Enough of my anatomy chart. See you tomorrow.